Hi, I am Dr. Shikhar Kante. In this video, we find geodesic on a right circular cone. Here, so this is the cone. Consider the right circular cone with vertex at the origin and axis is the z-axis and semi-vertical angle is equal to alpha. The derivative of arc length ds in spherical coordinates is given by ds is equal to square root of dr square plus r square into d theta square plus r sin theta d pi square. Now here theta equal to alpha. It is a constant quantity, fixed quantity. Therefore d theta is equal to 0. Then we get ds equal to dr square plus this term will become 0 r sin theta d pi square. This is my ds. Or we write this ds as taking d pi square common factor within this square root. I will write this as dr by d pi whole square plus r sin alpha square into d pi. This is my ds. And if I integrate this, I will get s. So here I have taken r as the dependent variable and pi as the independent variable. That is, in place of x I have pi, in place of y I have r, right? So that is ds is equal to square root of r dash square plus r into sin alpha square into d pi. So as my pi is independent variable, r is the dependent variable, then this is my f. F is equal to root of r dash square plus r sin alpha square. Here this f is independent of pi. There is no pi here. So that is here. If this is independent of pi, then we can write directly this equation f minus r dash into dou f by dou r dash is equal to a constant quantity. So that is here. In place of y, I have r. In place of y dash, I have r dash. In place of x, I have pi. Pi is the independent variable. R is the dependent variable. This is independent of the independent variable. That is, this is not consisting of pi. Therefore, we can write this equation f minus r dash into dou f by dou r dash. Dou f by dou r dash is equal to a constant quantity. So then we write this as f means this root of r dash square plus r sin alpha whole square minus r dash into dou f by dou r dash. Dou f by dou r dash, that is differentiation of this f with respect to r dash is this root derivative is 1 by 2 root of r dash square plus r sin alpha square into r dash square derivative is 2 times r dash. Here 2 gets cancelled. Multiplying this equation by square root of r dash square plus r sin alpha whole square. Then the first term becomes without root. So that is here root of r dash square plus r sin alpha whole square into root of r dash square plus r sin alpha whole square is r dash square plus r sin alpha whole square minus 2 gets cancelled here and this root term gets cancelled. I am getting r dash into r dash is r dash square is equal to a into this quantity, a into root of r dash square plus r sin alpha square. Now here on the left hand side r dash square minus r dash square gets cancelled. I am getting r square into sin square alpha is equal to a into square root of r dash square plus r sin alpha square. We have to solve this equation. For that I will square on both the sides. Then I will get r to the power of 4 into sin 4th alpha equal to a square into r dash square plus a square into r square into sin square alpha. A square into r square into sin square alpha. Now I will take I will keep this r dash square on the right side itself, a square into r dash square right side. Taking this onto the left hand side and taking sin square alpha r square common factor. Here we get r square into sin square alpha minus, in this term I am getting a square. Okay, or taking the square root, this will be a into r dash is equal to square root of this. If I take square root onto this one, we get square root of r square sin square alpha is r sin alpha into root of r square sin square alpha minus a square. So that is a into r dash. Here my independent variable is pi. R dash means dr by d pi equal to r into, here sin square alpha. What I am doing here is I am taking sin square alpha common factor within this root, and if I take that sin square alpha outside, that will become sin alpha. Already when sin alpha is there, then we get r into sin square alpha, and within the root r square minus, here I have to divide this by sin square alpha, that is a square by sin square alpha or a by sin alpha whole square. This is a into dr by d pi is equal to r sin square alpha into square root of r square minus a by sin alpha whole square. That is separating the variables a into dr divided by, I will take this r and this root to the left hand side, that r into root of r square minus a sin alpha whole square is equal to sin square alpha. I will keep on the right side itself, sin square alpha into d pi. So this implies taking this to the left hand side, this will be in the denominator sin square alpha, and if I write this in the numerator, that will become cosecant square alpha, that is a into cosecant square alpha into dr divided by r into square root of r square minus a by sin alpha whole square is equal to, on the right hand side we are getting just d pi. Now we have the integration of 1 by x into root of x square minus a square dx is equal to 1 by a into secant inverse of x by a. This is in that form only. Okay, 1 by x into root of x square minus a square form. Now integrating this, I will get a cosecant square alpha as it is. Okay, 1 by a. 1 by a means 1 by a by sin alpha. So that means sin alpha by a into secant inverse of x by a. X is r, by a is a by sin alpha. So I will write that sin alpha in the numerator. Plus the constant of integration I am writing on the left hand side itself, plus b is equal to, on the right hand side d pi integration is pi. So that is, here we have this a and this a gets cancelled, and if I write this sin alpha in the denominator, it will be cosecant square alpha, cosecant alpha. One cosecant alpha gets cancelled. So here a gets cancelled, this sin alpha gets cancelled, and one cosecant goes here, because if I take this in the denominator, it will be cosecant alpha. So one cosecant alpha remains here. So that is pi equal to cosecant alpha into secant inverse of sin alpha into r by a plus b, or pi minus b is equal to cosecant alpha into secant inverse of sin alpha into r divided by a. Or we can write pi minus b into, if I write this in the left hand side, it goes to the denominator cosecant alpha, or again if I write in the numerator, that will be sin alpha. Pi minus b into sin alpha is equal to secant inverse of sin alpha into r divided by a. So this is the geodesic on the right circular cone. An example, find the geodesic on a surface given that the arc length on the surface is s equal to x1 to x2 root of x into 1 plus y dash square dx. Directly it is given. So s is equal to integration is given. Just we have to optimize this. So here as usual f is equal to root of x into 1 plus y dash square. This is my f. And here x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. This f is independent of y. There is no y term. If this is independent of y, then we have dou f by dou y dash is equal to a constant quantity. Dou f by dou y dash is a constant quantity. Just we consider this equation. Then we find out dou f by dou y dash and we put here and solve this equation. So that is dou f by dou y dash is, first root derivative is 1 by 2 root of x into 1 plus y dash square into, I have to write the differentiation of this x into y dash, x into 1 derivative is 0, x into y dash square derivative is 2x into y dash in the numerator. So that is in the numerator we get 2x into y dash, in the denominator 2 into x, root of x into 1 plus y dash square is equal to constant quantity. Cancel this 2 and 2. Then we get x y dash is equal to a into square root of x into 1 plus y dash square. Now if I square this, we get x square y dash square is equal to a square. I will write a square as say some another constant quantity b. And here x into 1 plus y dash square, that is bx into 1 plus y dash square. Or if I divide this equation throughout by x, I will get x into y dash square is equal to b into 1 plus y dash square, or y dash square, here we have on the right hand side y dash square into b is there. If I take this onto the left hand side and taking y dash square common factor, we get y dash square common factor, x minus b is equal to, on the right hand side, b into 1, that is equal to b. Now if I take a square root, I will get y dash is equal to b divided by, so I can take another thing here, y dash square, taking the square root here, I will I can write the b1 or something small b. Okay, I will make this as small b. Okay, so that is I am taking the square root. It is again a constant quantity. Okay, this is again a constant quantity. Okay, y dash is equal to b divided by root of x minus capital B. This is small b. This is also small b. Okay, This is also, I'll write this as a small b. Okay. This is again, I will write this as a small b. Okay. Y dash is equal to small b divided by root of x minus b. That is dy by dx is equal to b divided by root of x minus b. Okay. Separating the variables here, dy is equal to b into dx divided by root of x minus b. Now if I integrate, left hand side will be y equal to right hand side is integration of this. If I write this in the numerator, this will be x minus b to the power of minus 1 by 2. Its integration is x minus b to the power of 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. That 1 by 2 becomes 2 here. So with that is integrating, we get y equal to 2b into root of x minus b plus a constant quantity c. Or we write y minus c is equal to 2b into root of x minus b. Okay. Or if I square this, I will get y minus c whole square is equal to, this is our 4b square into x minus b. This is in the form of y minus k whole square is equal to 4a into x minus h, which is nothing but a parabola. So this represents a parabola. Next example, show that catenary is the curve which when rotated about a line generates a surface of minimum area. Again, this is nothing but a variational problem. So let the curve from a point say A to B revolves around x-axis. Then the area of the surface is given by A to B. This is our formula, 2 pi y into ds. If the curve rotates around x-axis, then S is the area is given by 2 pi y into ds. That is 2 pi y into ds is ds by dx into dx. And we have ds by dx is equal to root of 1 plus dy by dx square. That is root of 1 plus y dash square dx. So that is our s is equal to a to b 2 pi y root of 1 plus y dash square dx. So this functional we have to optimize. So here my f is equal to this thing. This is my f. But here the optimality of the functional is not depending on 2 pi. Okay, because 2 is a constant quantity, pi is a constant quantity. That is, the functional becomes maximum or minimum, which is depending on this quantity. So therefore I will take f equal to y into root of 1 plus y dash square. And this is independent of x. There is no x term here. Okay. If it is independent of x, then we have this equation, f minus y dash into dou f by dou y dash equal to a constant quantity. So f is y into root of 1 plus y dash square minus y dash into dou f by dou y dash, differentiating this with respect to y dash. So here y is a constant quantity as it is. Differentiation of this root is 1 by 2 root of 1 plus y dash square into y dash square derivative is 2 into y dash. This is a 2 into y dash. Now here 2 gets cancelled. Multiplying this equation throughout by root of 1 plus y dash square. Multiplying this equation throughout by root of 1 plus y dash square, we get this term will be y into 1 plus y dash square. Okay. this term becomes y into 1 plus y dash square minus this term gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled here. What remains is y into y dash square remains. That is y into y dash square remains. Y into y dash square remains equal to a into root of 1 plus y dash square. Now on the left hand side, if I multiply, I will get y into 1 is y plus y dash square minus y dash square. So this y dash square minus y dash square gets cancelled. On the left hand side we get only y. So y equal to a into root of 1 plus y dash square. And if I square this equation, I will get y square equal to a square into 1 plus y dash square. That is a square into 1 plus y dash square is equal to y square. So that is here a dash square a square y dash square is equal to y square. Taking this a square into 1 a square onto the right hand side, that will become minus a square. A square y dash square is equal to y square minus a square, or y dash square equal to y square minus a square divided by a square. Now take the square root. If I take the square root, I will get y dash is equal to root of y square minus a square divided by a. So that is dy by dx is equal to root of y square minus a square divided by a. Separating the variables, dy by root of y square minus a square is equal to dx by a. Now integrating this, so integration this is in the form of 1 by root of x square minus a square. So its integration is cos h inverse of x by a, here y by a is equal to right hand side 1 by a into dx integration is x plus b, or we write y by a equal to cos hyperbolic of x by a plus b. Y by a equal to cos hyperbolic x by a plus b, or we write y equal to a into cos hyperbolic x by a plus b, which is nothing but a catenary. This is known as a catenary. And the next one more problem is there. Hanging cable problem. Okay, this is hanging cable problem. The problem is, if a cable hangs freely under gravity from the fixed points, then show that the shape of the curve is a catenary. This is similar to this previous example 2.2. So here, let the cable is suspended from the points A and B. A and B. A is the point x1 comma y1. B is the point x2 comma y2. Okay. And if ds is the arc element of the cable and d is the density, then the mass of the element is d into ds. The potential energy is given by, so x-axis as the reference line we are considering here, d into ds into, this is acceleration due to gravity, this is y. Okay. Then the total potential energy is given by v equal to a to b d ds g y. Okay, that is d into g into y into ds. I will write this ds as ds by dx into dx. This is equal to a to b dgy. Ds by dx is nothing but square root of 1 plus dy by dx square. That is root of 1 plus y dash square dx. And here, if the d is fixed quantity and g is also fixed quantity, constant quantity, then this is nothing but integration from a to b y into root of 1 plus y dash square dx. Okay, we have to solve this problem here, and this is similar to that of the problem 2.2. See, y into root of 1 plus y dash square is there, y into root of 1 plus y dash square. What is f in the previous example? In the previous example also we have, yeah, f is equal to y into root of 1 plus y dash square. In the similar way, if I solve this, I will get the solution. I will get the solution as catenary. So this is the solution. Okay. So proceeding as in example 2.2, we get the solution as y equal to a into cos hyperbolic x by a plus b. Okay, this is the solution, and this is the image of the catenary. So catenary looks like this. Okay, this is the image of the catenary. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you.